welcome to the Sonic Boom Commentaries. It is the pre-show for episode 49, that episode being Role Models. I'm Kevin. I'm joined, as is usual in these circumstances, by a cat. By a cat, the cat, not to be confused with a cat, and a Donny who will now probably meow as well.
Woof.
Oh wait, he's gone off cat because of fuzzy puppies. I forgot. I'm sorry. So, seriously, it's like Dr. Doodle here most weeks. Dog.
Kevin knows.
Kevin Doodle talks to the animals about a show about animals.
The wild Kevin berries.
God, no.
Kevin talks to animals.
Smashing. Right. There's. Right. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hello. How are you guys?
Poopadoop.
Hoopadoop.
Poopadoop.
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 Donny, how are you?
It's been a busy week.
Been a busy week. Why? Were you doing something, Donny?
Yeah, I was streaming all 5 days this week.
You were streaming all 5 days.
Yep, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Exciting moment when Monday suddenly became Tuesday. Ooh, build up.
Ooh,
Build
so many.
Hey, it's Tuesday.
Woohoo! So many days.
So many days, so little time, and yet
Yep.
the same amount of time between each one.
Yep, streaming.
So, because you were doing the Sonic hacking contest.
Yep, streaming, writing articles, voting, and that's still not done yet. I have to do the
I got
results
some
tomorrow.
mainstream online press. Did you see? Not your-
Mainstream.
Not your streams, I should add, but the Now Gamer actually reported on the Portal Sonic.
Oh,
I
on
saw.
one of the entries.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it got some mainstream online press,
Yay.
Portal Sonic?
or MOP as it's known.
Portal Sonic.
It was Sonic with portal gun functionality.
Ooh.
Yes,
Well.
they were quite impressed and thought it was a heck of a thing, apparently. So,
I'm missing something, I think.
no, that was a thing.
I have missed
Learn something new every
I
day.
think.
You have missed a thing.
Yeah.
Is it Donny?
I've missed a thing because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sonic hacking contest.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're good now.
Right. That thing Donny's been doing all week. Right, so you know what we do by now, guys. In the pre-show, we go through the comments and things. There's not been that much in the way of comments, mainly because at the time of recording, episode 47's pre-show has gone up, episode 47's post-show has not gone up. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put episode 47's post-show up now. Look,
Oh,
is a
God,
live
no.
it's interactive. Look.
Kevin.
Kevin,
Welcome
Kevin?
to
Kevin, you're not just talking about putting a link upon the video, right?
No.
Or are you talking about you're trying to upload things while recording
I'm
the
just
thing?
switching it to public.
Oh, okay,
Welcome.
good.
Welcome to our Let's upload of the Boom
Let's
Commentary.
upload. No, public.
Welcome to Let's Show.
But have the actual commentaries themselves, like on the Sonic show, have even been going up?
Jamie very rightly pointed out that I hadn't given him some of the episodes recently, which I saw in passing, and I uploaded, I think, 3 episodes, and I'm not sure what the situation is now. I'm not hanging around waiting, though. I've got stuff to do and things.
You did what you needed to do. So I mean,
Well, no, I didn't do what I needed to do because I didn't hand them over. Although I'm pretty certain I was waiting for 46 to go up, or 45 to go up rather, before I handed over the others. Just because, so I knew. So they would together, so I knew that they would be taken. Because in case that I had like cut the file out of the folder, posted it into the Dropbox folder, and then thinking that it has been downloaded, then deleted it. I could see a situation where those things occurred, and I wanted to avoid it, basically. So it's not Jamie's fault. It's mine. But that's not stopping people blaming Jamie. Apparently. Actually, because the post of the post show, the end of the post show. There's a little thing on episode 47 of that one, so we'll see if anyone notices it. If they don't, I will have now given the game away when this video goes up. A second. We're currently recording for now, but here's Sonic Boom. Oops. Hashtag Sonic Boom 47's post show video. Post show commentary, I should say. Commentary. It's a word. Right.
We're very professional.
Public save, and now it'll appear at some point in time, never to be seen again.
Woo.
Okay. Right. So yeah, there's not much in the way of comments as a result, because we've kind of gone through all the other ones, and people were waiting for something to come on. There are some. Yep, some. So let me just see that. One was likely spam. In fact, there's about 3, I think.
Spam, lovely spam.
Lovely spam.
It works better if I remember how to sing it.
Spam.
Spam.
Alexa Spirit of Wind says, in regard to episode 44's pre-show, I think it is, I'm a bit late when it comes to answering back, but hooray, I am free. Thank you, Kat, I won't fail you. But who will be the fairy godmother to help out with picking out my dress?
I think we already addressed this.
We probably did. I don't care though.
I think it was Tanner.
Tanner or Kat? We selected Tanner, did we? Well,
I think
it's a bit complicated because apparently you informed me earlier that on a recent edition of the
issue is perfect. On a recent issue of the Sonic show, Tanner was Donnie. That happened.
Yes.
And in a recent episode of the Sonic comic, there was Ghost of the Future.
I have no idea what that is, by the way. You showed me the picture, and I'm still got no clue what it's actually about.
Evan Stanley, one of the Sonic Archie artists, snuck in the latest 3 pages from her Sonic webcomic into the computer screens of a character at an egg base.
Huh.
So canonically, in one of the Sonic comics now, a lackey of an egg boss was not only playing video games on a very suspiciously shaped controller, but was also reading Ghost of the Future.
There's one problem with that, and that is I very much doubt Archie will be very happy with them when they find out. Because it's like you've snuck in your original work into...
No, it's not the first time she's done this, actually. She snuck into one of the issues from recently which dealt with a flood. She not only snuck in her fan and parents for Silver, she also snuck in Sissel, Lynn and Missile from Ghost Trick, and also Linkara.
That's Linkara.
In one panel.
Yeah, but you don't own Linkara.
We don't own Linkara, and it's not the first comic he's been in either.
No. But at the same time, if this... I just don't think Archie will be as comfortable with this as they probably would have been a couple, 2 or 3 years back. Because
Well,
it's
if they
like,
plan to take this up, then I demand that Studio Kara take up with Marvel that whole Penny Parker's classmates, Shinji, Asuka, and Rei.
oh, one dreads to think what's going on in the world of Archie, who I've now officially stopped buying.
Oh,
Well,
I've stopped buying now.
because you need the monies.
I need the monies. I really do. But no, but there comes a point where you got to say, well, no more, and I'm saying no more. I will probably go back and just try and fill in gaps now, at some point down the line. But I don't need to collect these. It's not at a point where in the story run, like particularly, hooray or anything. So.
It's okay. I have alternatives.
But yeah, no, my desire to collect has now been drowned under a sea of alternate covers. Yeah, so yeah.
You needed to get every cover, and this was becoming.
Well, it was fine if it was 2. If it was like.
Why
2,
do you need every cover?
Because I really like the art.
Why do you need every
Also
cover?
resale. Since that's a lot of people's attitudes is, oh, I don't need that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just not doing it anymore. Anyway, True Metal Sonic says in brackets waits for video to upload of the Sonic show. 4 hours ago. I was going to say 4 days ago. How's that 4 days ago? I only uploaded it the other night. True Metal Sonic has been time travelling. People need to realise that children aren't stupid and can handle most things you throw at them. Some of the best cartoons are smart, humorous, and cater to children as well as adults. Also, some words in one language don't have the same meaning or offence. Retard or similar in French means to be slow or late. It's not as much of an insult as over here.
No, it's to retard something in English means to slow something down. But
what is it in French? What is the?
No, it's just that in English it's picked up a second meaning because of how it was used, how it's been used for several decades as an actual medical term for people with mental disabilities. And from it being used as a medical term, it devolved into an insult, which is what happens to every single medical term used for mental disability, incidentally.
Yes,
every single one.
Seeing the post show for the PuppyCon episode is so short. I'm not used to that.
Actually, to be honest, any term that you can think of for a major disability
there
is
is
also an
usually,
insult.
There's insult, or there is a contracted version, which is the insult. Because humanity, everybody. Right. True Metal Sonic also says Reed is trapped on a boat out at sea. True Metal Sonic speculates that Reed is the one who sends us the episodes via a seagull. I will neither confirm nor deny this.
I will.
That we get our episodes via Reed
Actually, just that is a conspiracy.
Do I?
BRB, just getting my tinfoil hat. Right.
Do I want to know?
Artsy Anthony, 5 hours ago, says... Artsy Anthony says, with 2 likes, great podcast, Donnie and Kat.
But you're the
Keep
one
up
that's...
the good work. Followed
didn't...
by... now I'm not so sure if I have been confused with Jamie, or if this is just Jamie. So great podcast, Donnie and Kat. Keep up the good work. Oh, I'm quoting this, by the way. Jamie, you disappointment of a human being. I have so many complaints. Where do I begin?
Well.
Well, to
Um.
begin with, this is not the place to deliver them.
No.
Unless we get Jamie back on. We must reabsorb the Jamie into the herd.
Where is the Jamie?
Well. Is this like a meeting call or something?
No, that's very different for Jamie. That's very different indeed.
Do I even want to know what it would be?
It involves quoting Toy Story. That's all I'm going to say.
So, you're my favorite deputy then?
Pretty much.
You're my favorite deputy. You got a friend in me.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole. Admittedly, that one doesn't work so well. or does it? Try it out on your nearest and dearest.
There's a snake in my boot. Wait a second, what?
The snake in my boot. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry about that. I got excited. There's all manner of things. Yeah, give us your best Toy Story 2 chat up line. There we go.
Give us your best Toy Story 2
or Toy Story 3 chat up.
I can't. You cannot chat up somebody with Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 3.
Hmm.
They're for crying. They're not for flirting.
No.
But toys.
Toys?
Yes. Isn't that what Toy Story's all about? Toys?
Absolutely.
It's also about your tears, and it's also about growing up, and it's also about learning to cope with loss.
Yes, absolutely.
Woo.
Please see When She Loved Me for details of how to break everybody's heart.
Oh boy.
With great, painstaking, deliberate actions. Yes.
Please see the tip incinerator.
Yes. Actually, you know what the best line is for chatting somebody up?
What would that be?
Ooh.
I have been chosen. Farewell, my friends. I am off to a better place.
The claw.
Is what you say when you accept a flirt.
Absolutely. There we go. So, okay, that's it for the comments.
The
that we
claw.
got here for the Donnie.
The Donnie.
You just see a claw with like a beard on it or something.
Fight the Donnie.
Find the Donnie. Pin the tail on the Donnie.
Pin the beard on the Donnie.
Pin the beard on the Donnie. We should actually have that. Jamie, if assuming Jamie is listening to this at some point in time, we need to do that. Whenever it is we have our big meet-up, do drinks with everybody being around, we need to actually have Pin the beard on the Donnie. Could also have Pin the beard on the Mike Pollock. From his, when he's got his fantastic beard on. And that is a beard. That's the beard of a man.
There's a rivalry going on then.
Mm-hmm. This is why he was stealing your lines the other day, you know.
I've inspired him.
You've inspired him.
Obviously.
That's what that's what the commentary set out to do, really, wasn't it? It was to take the people that made that show and somehow inspire them. Inspire them to grow a beard.
We serve as an inspiration to others, I guess.
We serve as an immense disappointment to others. But somewhere in all of this, somewhere, way
in all this, I'm gonna play video games now.
No. Right, but we've run out of comments.
We've run out of comments.
So we're going back to the TV Tropes page.
Well,
much requested by 2 people that we went back to the TV Tropes page. And we stopped on J? Or just the beginning of K? I can't remember. Which one is it?
we finished. We were about to start. The next trope was Kangaroo Court, but there were approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 edited since then. Since we haven't read the tropes page in like a month or so.
Can somebody link me to the Tropes page, please? Just whack it in our group chat.
If I can, there we go. But yeah, like there's been 7 tropes that have been edited since we last read this, and there's now a new trope that has been added in.
So, okay, if you want to quickly go through those 8 then, Donnie.
Yeah. Boldler eyes, there we go.
What is it, Kevin? What does it say?
There's a tidbit. Wait, what? But that trope has actually had another bullet point added on, where one of the nicknames Eggman has for Knuckles in the French version of the show is Nipples. He calls them Nurples in the English version instead.
Which means about the same thing.
Yes.
Ultimately. For
Chekhov's
anybody who is French who doesn't understand what we're talking about. Purple.
Are we going to do a French language version of this now?
Yes.
Who's okay, on the plus side? When I'm dubbed into French, I'll probably sound a lot better.
Oh.
Chekhov's gun, if I pronounced that right.
Yes, you did, Donnie.
Yay!
Yeah.
Sorry, that sounded very rude of me. I'm terribly sorry.
But
I did mean that with sincerity.
Chekhov's gun, though, yay! There's another bullet point added in, and this trope has, in Fuzzy Puppy Buddies, at PuppyCon, Amy gets the cuteness hat from Zoe, with Zoe explaining that the cuteness hat makes a pup too cute to resist. Amy later uses it to defeat Eggman at Fuzzy Puppies after Amy is down to her bulldog, which allows Amy to take out each and every pup Eggman has. This is very, very complicated.
Yeah, I mean that is actually a very good example, I think, of Chekhov's gun, with the exception of it being that it was actually, very close. It occurred. The beginning of it occurred very close to the end. Normally, with a Chekhov's gun, it's more or less right at the beginning of something, and then it comes back. Otherwise, it's a pretty good point, actually.
Yeah. The getting crap past the radar trope also got some bullet points added on.
Several, I'm imagining.
2. The first one was from Fuzzy Puppy Buddies, and it was Eggman's line when he was arriving at the meetup, where he said, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was polishing my schnauzer." I'm surprised it didn't mention anything about Amy watering her cat, but yeah.
That's because we're terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
don't think they didn't realise what they'd written.
Yeah. The other bullet point was from Designated Heroes, when Sonic said, while sleeping waiting for Eggman to show up, "Go away, Amy, I'm not in the mood." Which I think we were also arguing that it could have been something else, but...
hello. I'm pretty certain there was another one as well that we were like, "Excuse me?" Not over, but hey.
Yeah, the trope after that, like immediately after that, was Gilligan Cut. And Designated Heroes also got a bullet point from this. This and Fuzzy Puppy Buddies got a lot of trope mentions. And I'm sure there were even more like later on when we get to the part we haven't gotten to yet in the page. But Designated Heroes has Sonic brag about how he put Eggman in a cage despite the others doing most of the work. One cut later, Sonic's thrown in there with him as his friends walk off. Yeah. And we did say what we said about that, that's for damn sure.
Honor Before Reason is a new one, I believe.
Yeah, Honor Before Reason, that will be after Go-Karting with Bowser, actually. That's another trope that got ended. Go-karting with Bowser and Fuzzy Puppy Buddies. This is another Fuzzy Puppy Buddies bullet point I was added in. When Amy and Eggman realize they share a love of the Fuzzy Puppies tabletop game, they begin playing it together, with Amy teaching Eggman how to play. Even after he's become a top player and the rest of Sonic Team Team Sonic discovers their secret, the two continue the trend. Of course, they still consider each other enemies otherwise, so this is strictly during quote-unquote after business hours. So, there is that. Then we get to Honor Before Reason.
So all I can think about is Sonic Boom After Dark.
Yep. Actually, yeah, this is another...
What happens after business hours in this small island community? We join Sonic the Hedgehog as a private investigator.
Yeah, I just now realized Honor Before Reason is actually a new trope too, but Honor Before Reason, designated heroes has Team Sonic agree to fight Eggman separately after defeating him again. This turns out to be a bad idea. And I have to go iron my dog actually has to water my cat line. In Fuzzy Puppy Buddies, when Amy and Eggman agree to meet up at the lair, Sonic asks Amy if she wants to go to the beach. Amy replies with this, no, I gotta water my cat. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. See ya. And she dashes off. Then there's one more, and we're all caught up. Joke character. And again, it's from the Puppies episode. The Bulldog and Fuzzy Puppy Buddies, whose mud tracking ability instantly gets her removed from the game. Amy even states that she's the worst character in the game. That said, she can be useful with the right accessory. Apparently, Lethal Joke below. See Lethal Joke character below. So apparently this leads to one more.
Additional trope.
Yeah, one more trope that I didn't even notice.
Trope starting tropes.
Yeah.
But that's an L though, so we'll get to that.
No, that was in K.
Oh well, we need to do K.
Yeah, we're almost there anyway.
Why would Lethal Joke character be in K?
Wait, JK.
Okay, Al. No, it's all fine.
Kangaroo Court, Donny.
Right. I think I'm okay. I have my brain in now. So I believe we're at Kangaroo Court. Sonic ends up in one and Don't Judge Me, when Eggman sues him for pretend injuries. The whole thing is quite clearly a sham, right down to the judge being one of Eggman's robots. But Sonic is still very nearly convicted.
Karma Houdini. Willy Walrus in Dude, Where's My Eggman? Assisting Eggman to break into a helium factory, and is later accidentally busted out of jail by Orbot and Cubot. Said raid is also the one crime Eggman thus far has suffered no repercussions from.
If an admittedly petty one.
Yeah.
Laugh with me. Inverted and translate this when Orbot and Cubot try to get in on Eggman's evil laugh. Eggman, don't laugh with me. You're ruining it. Oh, man. Lenin specs. I wonder what this is a reference to. Dr. Eggman sports both these and forehead-mounted lab goggles.
Indeed. Lethal Joke.
He is the style. He is the style for miles.
Lethal Joke character. The Bulldog becomes this when she's wearing the cuteness hat. Normally the Bulldog is instantly removed from the game for leaving mud tracks around the house. But with the hat equipped, the Bulldog becomes too cute to blame for the mess, and so another dog must be blamed instantly. Amy uses this technique on the fancy poodle Eggman stole from the Walrus Boy, which leads to her victory.
Pretty much.
Kat, do you want this one?
Do I want which one?
Limited wardrobe.
The most limited of wardrobes. It's lampshaded in Battle of the Boy Bands.
What should we wear? I was thinking about wearing the one outfit that I own. Me too!
That's why I wanted Kat to do it.
Because I can't voice Sticks.
Donnie.
Logic Bomb. Orbot and Cubot defeat the... Well, this is actually something I get dealt with on an almost daily basis. Logic Bomb. Orbot and Cubot defeat the villain of Let's Play Musical Friends by playing Rock Donut Thursday, a version of Rock Paper Scissors that makes so little sense that even they can't agree on the rules. The villain's attempts to comprehend it cause his head to explode. Uh, loophole abuse. When Sonic fires Tails and the sidekick, he puts down quote-unquote all qualified candidates welcome. Not only does this allow Tails to try to get his jog back, but also Dr. Eggman.
Market-based title. The Japanese title is Sonic Toon.
Which is true. Considering Japan made there were a lot of announcements of like Tokyo Game Show and stuff like that. That made it clear that the title there was going to be Sonic Toon. So, but yeah, Metaphor is my middle name. Sonic in Circus of Plunder claims that Capable is his middle name. Knuckles, I thought your middle name was The.
It is on weekends.
What's your double the cross?
Today, yeah, because it's the weekend.
Double the cross. Mundane made awesome. Egghead spends the first 2 minutes building up an unstoppable, almighty invention by Eggman and will apparently defeat Sonic once and for all. Dark machinery is busy at work. Dramatic music swells to a crescendo. Cut to the ding of an oven timer as he's baking evil cookies. Cat, do you want to do mythology gag?
Mythology gag.
Mythology gag.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
So I'm going to number them. What the hell was that last? Kevin? What?
Oh yes.
Okay. I'm going to read now. 1. The athletic tape over Sonic and Tails' shoes harkens back to the white stripes on the shoes of their game counterparts.
Does
2.
it?
In the case of Sonic, yes. In the case of Tails, I'm not entirely sure, but in the case of Sonic, yes. 2. Tails and Eggman ride hoverboards at one point.
No. They are extreme gear.
Close enough. Look, let's not get anal about that. 3. The first episode shows that Sonic still can't swim. He can't swim. 4. When Sonic comes close to falling into an abyss at the beginning of the first episode, he does his balancing at the edge of the platform pose from the classic games. Which is a more specific pose than you think. 5. We also see in the same episode 2 old portraits of Sonic and Tails spending time together. In the first portrait, Sonic looks like his Sonic Adventure design and Tails looks like his classic Tails, even having almost entirely black irises. In the second one, they look like their Adventure 2 characters. That's gonna need some more analysis. Guys, we need to get these photos.
I was also thinking we immediately need to go back to this episode and check this out. Because
6.
I don't think so. But carry on.
6. I think it's 6. The last 3 notes of Eggman's theme are exactly the same as the last 3 notes of Robotnik's theme from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That's strange. Eggman even goes as far as to say, "I hate that hedgehog" in Eggman the Auto.
Yeah, but that's a deliberate thing. And I
7
suspect the other one was rather accidental.
Yeah.
7, and Donnie, I'm counting the first one as one.
What, the athletic
There's one
The
next to
athletic
mythology
tape.
gag as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 7, it should be on. The description of the game Tails lets Cubot and Orbot play sounds a lot like the original Sonic games. 8. In Dude, Where's My Eggman? Our good doctor runs into a criminal walrus that looks very similar, and the two quickly form an egocentric friendship comparing themselves to each other. A walrus was one of the last designs among Eggman's original concept art. And if you notice, classic Eggman still kind of looks like a walrus with the collar and everything.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Continuing onwards, because we've already lost count, Battle of the Boy Bands isn't the first time that Sonic has played a triple neck guitar. It also isn't the first time he's played one that shoots lasers, but that's quite specific. And finally, Eggman's movie in Eggman the Otter has his greatest dream be to build a theme park.
But that's kind of...
Which is my favourite bit of continuity of all time.
But that's just part of the Eggman character anyway, because the Eggman character has to have a goal. And there has to be a reason why he wants to take over the village.
We're
There has to
all
be a
pretty
reason
sure
why
it
he has
meant-
to do this.
We're all pretty sure when he said Eggman Land that it meant his own country. No. It just meant that he wanted to build a theme park over. I don't know. There's a lot of death now, so I'm guessing Australia.
I think you'll find that in Sonic Unleashed, Eggman Land was his own country, which was a theme park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then he built another one, and Sonic was like, this might not actually be that bad.
Yeah, no, Sonic actually went out and said, "This is awesome."
I like theme parks, says Sonic. Not me. I am not Sonic.
There was actually praise and impressed with how the actual park was designed. Right up until
we got to
slavery.
all of the announcements as well.
Yeah, right up until kidnap, slavery, and attempted murder. Up until that point, it was fine.
Remember, the donuts used in their rides are of the day-old variety. That's an issue.
Anyway, incidentally, there's a competition at the end of this episode to win free tickets to the bucket of sushi.
No.
Negative continuity. It has been said that each episode will always start fresh with no attachment to the previous one.
Then the bullet points contradicted.
However, Burnbot from the Sidekick and the Mega from Unlucky Knuckles both reappear in the Meteor, which actually makes no sense. Doesn't the Meteor come before Unlucky Knuckles? Someone check that. Anyway, the Mega reappears in various episodes. Burnbot also appears in Don't Judge Me under the guise of Judgebot with his marvellous voice. Please bring back Burnbot's voice. Please bring back Judgebot.
Unlucky Knuckles was the episode prior to the Meteor in the American airing. And it was way prior to the Meteor in the French airing.
Please bring back Judgebot. Judgebot was hilarious.
Judgebot is a beautiful thing.
Also, several side antagonists, such as Dave, have returned and even had their first appearance referred to in a later episode.
So in other words, there is continuity. We just maybe.
I think we termed it as selective continuity, in that there is no continuity unless the plot requires it.
Maybe continuity.
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 In continuity.
Ew, no.
Actually, that's perfect. In continuity. In the event of there being continuity, it creates a big mess.
Ugh. Okay, let's get away from that.
Never say die. Back with Donnie.
Yeah. Never say die. Let's see. Mostly averted, but die and kill do come up a couple of times. And Cowbot, Six says that her breakfast is planning to kill her.
If you're wondering, to avert the never say die rule is to say die and kill. I'm not sure what the phrasing of this trope is.
The actual labelling of it is never say die with die in quotation marks, for those who are interested, because World of Sound.
Those who are interested, it's never say die means characters will never address death. They will use some other kind of word. For example, Danny Phantom was extremely fond of the word waste. Rather than saying they're going to kill me, they would say things like they're going to waste me.
That's because Danny Phantom was actually a 50s gangster.
Well, it's also because Danny Phantom was also half
Danny
dead.
Danny Phantom, see? I'm going to waste you, see? You've been treating the boys badly, see?
He was a ghost, so the fact they didn't say die was pretty interesting, especially since they actually mentioned that ghosts are post-mortem consciousness. But actually mentioning death directly was not a thing that really happened.
Wait, can you just go back to that? They have post what?
Post-mortem consciousness.
Wait, so that's post-death consciousness, or
they gave a general description which sums up as post-mortem consciouses, but they don't really actually directly.
I was going to say, because I thought for one terrible minute they had memories of their post-mortem, which would be horrendously dark.
Oh, that would be bad. No, the ghosts in Danny Phantom
Yeah, that would
be a
be
lot
like
worse than that. They
horrendous.
don't need that to happen to them.
Oh, no, except yes.
No, except yes. Happens very frequently, usually between Orbot and Qbot. Orbot. But what will we do in your absence? Qbot. Never mind that. What are we gonna do while you're away?
Raising issues.
Knuckles gets on the act a few times as well. Tails. Ever since Eggman got depressed, Sonic's been driving me nuts. Knuckles. He hasn't cooked for me. He's just been driving me crazy.
Sonic offers you guys carpool? Honestly.
Speaking of Sonic, non-indicative name. The Burnbot, whose main feature is big painful claws, lampshaded by Sonic, who even proposes several better names for the thing. Subverted during the second encounter, in which Eggman apparently takes Sonic's advice. The Sidekick also features, in Sonic words, the inaccurately named Mount Safety.
Which
we
is the
need to
place we
return
need
to.
to return to.
We need to
That's
return
a
to.
wonderful gag, and I like it so
Every
much.
episode.
Why haven't you brought us back to that place? Like, I don't think you've actually really reused that set. Which is a shame, because that was a really beautiful set. Okay, continue. I will rant about the environment later.
Yeah, we need an episode with the Judge Bot ascending Mount Safety. There we go.
Noodle Incident. In Knuckles' self-serving memory flashback in Dude, Where's My Eggman, Knuckles blasts Eggman's umbrella with a fireball, burning it to a crisp. We later see Eggman trying to return his burned umbrella, but we never learned how it really got burned.
That is true. Remember, Knuckles is...
Hello?
Hi.
We lost Kat for a minute, and she'll pop back in a second.
Knuckles better than the game.
Kat, we lost you.
I'm sorry. I pointed out that Knuckles can shoot fireballs and also have ice breath.
Excellent. This is true. No,
Knuckles has been fire and ice for a long time.
Skype has great comic timing when it comes to you, Kat, because you said,
Yeah.
you said, remember, Knuckles is... And then
I was very censored at that point.
Actually, there we go. There's a nice game for you at home to play. Knuckles is... Everyone has to take it in turn and say Knuckles is, and then actually use a descriptive word for what Knuckles is or what Knuckles is doing.
When Knuckles is blank, I blank my blank.
Yeah. Well, when Knuckles is blank, I use blank to blank blank about blank. On the internet.
On Facebook.
Oh crap! Tails gives 2 in the space of 10 seconds in the first episode. First, when Burnbot attacks the tornado, causing it to barrel roll out of control, and second, when he pulls the eject lever, only for
The whole
Wow.
lever assembly to detach.
Yeah.
I bet
Sorry,
we've lost
I
you.
just caught out of the corner of my eye, what's next? Only for the whole lever assembly to detach from the mechanism when he pulls the eject lever. Second one comes complete with an oh crap aside glance.
I'll cover this one.
Yes, you'd best cover this one, Kat.
Okay. Oedipus complex. In the French version of Closed Door Policy, Eggman protests that he doesn't have an Oedipus complex when Amy claims that the Spider-Bots came from deep-seated mother issues, only to cry out for his mother when Sonic kicks the Spider-Bots back at him. In the English version, he just insists that he doesn't have mother issues.
Funnily enough. Remember, try to explain that phrase to 6 to 12-year-olds.
The Oedipus complex? Okay.
Okay, how do you say that?
Hey, kids!
How do you say that, Daddy? You say it like this. You say it like this, son. What does it actually mean? Let's go ask your mother.
Let's... Hey, kids, do you know what it's called when you kill your father and marry your mother?
Greece.
No.
Ancient
No.
Greece. Oh, or Mount Olympus, one of the two. Zeusing.
No, Zeusing is when you mate with everything and then your wife tries to kill you.
Yeah. Oh,
And basically, there was that time you turned into a swan and then fucked a human woman.
wait, why did you say I? Why did you address that to me?
I addressed that to the air. Possibly I addressed it directly to Zeus.
Because I'm pretty certain that didn't happen for me.
Okay, let's keep going.
Well, so where are we at now?
Only smart people may pass.
Okay, only smart people may pass. In Designated Heroes, Tails builds a magnetic field device that activates whenever the user says something smart. Later in the episode, Knuckles says something stupid using it, and the effects are reversed.
Good job, Knuckles.
OOC is serious business. Oh boy. In the Meteor, neither Orbot nor Cubot believe that Eggman and Sonic have switched bodies until Eggman says that he appreciates their help. Obviously, the real Eggman would never do that.
Because he's a... Several words I've probably already said.
Yeah. Out of focus. Despite being billed as main characters, Amy, Knuckles, and Sticks don't have a lot of screen time compared to Sonic, Tails, and especially Eggman. Unless they're the featured characters for the episode, they usually show up for about 2 to 3 minutes per episode and only get a few lines before they abruptly disappear. This episode completely went against that.
Also, Tails?
Tails?
I think Tails should probably be in the first set, and maybe Knuckles... Actually, Knuckles and Tails should switch there.
Out of order. T.W. Barker's introductory episode, Circus of Plunders, was one of the first episodes produced, but it was held back until mid-season, after his part in Dude, Where's My Eggman had aired. To be fair, that out of order bit was even more awkward because I believe, eventually turned out that, I think 3 or 4 episodes did end up airing out of order.
Surely the New Year's one was aired out of order.
Yeah.
Surely. Maybe we should edit this page.
It's not our job to do it.
We're just reading it and looking pretty and sounding smart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Overtly smart long gag. In Eggheads, Sonic finds cookies outside his hut, saying that he hopes to turn out better than the last time he found back goods on his doorstep.
Baked goods.
It's
supposed to be.
Yeah. Found baked goods on his doorstep. Cut to Knuckles jumping out of a cake with the camera left running. Awkward? Awkward. That was one of the best gags Knuckles had. That freaking cake. Knuckles seems to be getting quite a few more of these, including the robotic duck scene in Chili Dog Day Afternoon, and the what's the worst that could happen scene in Mayor Knuckles.
At least now that the series has progressed, nearly all the way to the end, and that we've come to understand why exactly Knuckles might consider it a good present to have himself jumping out of a cake.
Yeah. I think this TV Tropes page is a good example.
I think he just delivered it to the wrong person.
I think this episode is a good example. This episode is this TV Tropes page is a good example of why you could really see the various humor and jokes that they did. It's not all repetitive because you can tell they did multiple different things. But anyway, Palette Swap. Justin Bieber. Palette Swap.
Palette.
Palette.
Okay.
A palette is something very different, Donnie.
Justin Bieber's producer is basically the photographer's assistant with a wine jacket and a pink and wine checkered cap. A fair few of them
The Crimson Tenor.
A fair few of them show up in Battle of the Boy Bands. If you look closely at the crowd that shows up in Justin Bieber's concert...
I'm sorry. If you look closely at the crowd, if you
if you look at the crowd,
your eyes in the direction of the crowd.
Yeah.
If you don't have your eyelids closed, you will see.
Yeah, you could see a lady goat in a yellow dress, various pink lady goats in magenta dresses, a purple Zoe, various lady walruses in yellow dresses, a pink lady walrus in a purple dress, and various Percys with blue hoodies and boots.
Various Percys.
The
Percys.
Persei.
Various Percys is going to be my new sync video room name.
Oh, fantastic. Various Perseys.
Paper thin disguise. Orbine Cubot raided warehouse and Buster while wearing literal paper thin masks of Sonic and Tails, crudely drawn in crayon. No one comments one way or the other, though.
They were cute.
Cat.
Yeah.
Pieta plagiarism. Sonic carries an unconscious Tails away from the crashed plane in this fashion in the first episode. I've been to see the Pieta. Like in real life. Like, no, freaking seriously, I have stood in front of it. Pieta plagiarism, I would say, is more about getting exactly that specific pose down rather than having characters carry characters bridal style.
Incidentally, if you don't know what that is, Cat, do you want to explain what that is?
What a Pieta is?
The Pieta.
Yeah, I don't remember every single detail. I'm now Googling it, which is quite positive. Because I can't remember specifically what it's depicting, I just remember what it looks like. The Pieta is a subject in Christian arts depicting the Virgin Mary cradling the dead body of Jesus, most often found in sculpture. The most famous one is Michelangelo's Pieta, which is the one that I have seen because I've been to St. Peter's Basilica.
So two things I take from that. So, first of all, that means Tails is Christ.
Tails is Christ.
And
Jesus Tails.
And even more hilariously, so Sonic is the embodiment of virginity.
Did you? Well, you did hear how well his advice on the ladies went.
That's true.
Okay,
Soniciality is the new religion sweeping the nation. No, it's not Sonicality. It's be Tails, wouldn't it? Tailsiality.
I wouldn't count Pieta plagiarism as being characters just holding each other in the same fashion, walking away. It has to be the very specific pose and the very specific theme. You'll find it a lot in comic books because comic books like to do this sort of reference very cheaply in ways that don't really work because they're comic books and there's a difference between comic books and Christian art. But they try. So anyway, production throwback. The idea of the universe bending over backwards to dump on the protagonist in Unlucky Knuckles is used nearly identically to another Dave Polsky script, Feeling Pinky Keen.
Which I believe we mentioned before.
Feeling Pinky Keen, incidentally, is an episode of My Little Pony in which Twilight Sparkle finds out that Pinkie Pie has a form of fortune telling that involves various body twitches. For this episode only, every time Pinkie twitches, something terrible happens. And it happens to Twilight. It was one of the signs that the show wasn't conforming to people's general stereotype of what girls' television should be, because in that stereotype you don't normally see the image of a character having a piano being dropped on them from the sky.
There you go.
But in general that doesn't normally happen to female characters anyway, so that's another thing. Then again, when you have a cast that is nearly entirely female, that kind of helps break some tropes.
Just through, properly paranoid In Can Evil Genius Crash on Your Couch for a Few Days, Styx is convinced Eggman's presence is just a ploy to wear them down before he sicks his obliterator bot on them. And she's absolutely right.
She's allowed.
Yep.
This is another new one, newly added in. Donnie?
Yep. Punch Clock Hero. The premise of designated heroes, each of the gang has shifts where they take on Eggman alone. Punch, 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 uh-oh. When at full power, Metal Sonic can take several punches from Knuckles without flinching or taking visible damage. This was demonstrated, and it wasn't me, it was the one-armed hedgehog.
Return Metal Sonic. Return, possibly wearing a small mustache.
Wait, so let me get this right. So now we need to get Metal Sonic and Judge Bot going on an expedition up Mount Safety.
I would buy that. I would go to see the movie in theatres. I would move to Broadway to watch the musical.
Metal Sonic and Judge Bot go to White Castle.
Yeah, take your own.
Yes.
Rashomon style. Fire in a Crowded Workshop has Sonic, Knuckles, Amy, and Percy all giving different accounts of what happened when they came across Percy's broken bicycle.
And by extension, Percy.
And by extension, Percy, and by extension, accidentally set the workshop on fire. God damn you.
Yeah. Red herring. In Eggman's tomato sauce, the hero suspect there's nothing wrong with Eggman's brand of tomato sauce, but Tails' tests don't detect anything bad in it. It turns out there really is nothing wrong with the sauce, but the cans it comes in are really robots that reprogram anything electric to terrorize the village. Role reprisal. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
As stated, Roger Craig Smith, Travis Willingham, Cindy Robinson, and Mike Pollock will all return to reprise their respective roles for Sonic, Knuckles, Amy, and Eggman. Kirk Thornton and Wally Wingert are also returned as Orbot and Cubot. For Mike Pollock, he doubles down on this trope since he also voiced Eggman in Sonic X.
And also in every game since 2000.
So he trebled down.
Oh?
Yep.
2004?
Repulsive Ringmaster. T.W. Barker, while not as big of a threat as Eggman, is still a very sneaky con man. I agree.
Rube Goldberg device. Eggman builds one to trap Sonic in designated heroes using Amy's hammer, Styx's shoes, plus a bamboo cage she made, and a magnetic field generator built by Tails. And a metal paper airplane he had Knuckles make.
Rule of 3. Brilliantly invoked and enforced by Knuckles and Mayor Knuckles. Knuckles, this is an outrage, a travesty, a plucky pluck. A plucky pluck? I made that last one up. Rule of 3, Your Majesty.
Rule of Freeze is a very important rule.
Rule of Freeze, Your Majesty.
I like it because triangles.
Yes.
Triangles are good.
And this is probably the biggest trope that could be applied to this entire show. Running gag. In Fire in a Crowded Workshop, each version of events has Styx giving a different conspiracy theory as to why Percy is evil.
I feel like we could fill out that trope slightly.
Yes. My
Yes.
baby, for example.
Saying sound effects out loud. Eggman actually says LOL out loud while laughing and Let's Play Musical Friends. I actually
Doesn't
forgot-
everybody say LOL out loud? As LOL, mostly, but...
Lol.
Lol.
You also, actually, something that somebody could add to that, if they're listening and really want to do so, is in Fuzzy Puppies, because Eggman goes, OMG. His old
That's
excited
dumb.
voice. Scarf of Arse Kicking. Sonic wears a brown one.
Scenery sensor, though it's not used for naughty bits. In Designated Heroes, Styx takes her shoes off, which Eggman uses in a Rube Goldberg device. From there on, her feet are covered up by foreground objects and the camera angle, and later scenes during the battle show her wearing them anyway, only to go back to being blocked by the environment again right before the end. Plot hole is linked over she's seen wearing them anyway, as well as off-model.
Well,
The fact that she can't go off-model, I think, is more of the problem.
I think we'd get complaints if we didn't have Donnie read out the next one.
you would. Scenery porn. It has some of the best CGI seen on TV. It's on par with the fully CG clips seen in the recent video games.
Um,
Um,
apart from that whole thing with the very blatantly like JPEG background
yeah.
around the actual village centre that I have complained about a couple of times.
And,
It's a lovely picture, but it's also very blatantly a picture because I think it's just because the colour and the shading is off compared to everything that's actually going in the 3D section.
And anything.
Liquids post episode 1, because episode 1 they are perfectly fine.
So let me get this right. In the very, very first episode...
In the very first
I didn't
episode,
know
the
what they were
animation
doing.
is better. In the very first episode, the animation is better than going forwards. That's not actually a surprising thing because it was the pilot and you put more effort into a pilot, then budget yourself during the season, and then put more money into the ending, and that's how it works.
Self-depreciation.
Or deprecation?
Yes.
Oh, really? I'm confused.
Yes. Actually, me getting that wrong is in of itself appropriate, isn't it? Really. When Orbots and Cubots move in with Tails, he offers to let them play a platformer game involving running really fast and collecting gold rings. Cubot thinks it sounds stupid. One of Sonic's biggest complaints about Eggman's script in Eggman the Auteur is how implausible it is that an evil genius inventor can be consistently defeated by a single hedgehog.
It makes more sense when you realise that Hedgehog is completely unaffected by physics, has a tendency to turn into a living buzzsaw, or at least into a living sander that can grind people's faces off. I shouldn't have used the word grind, but there we go. Also, he's an asshole.
Yes. Yes, he is.
That's a good combination of words that I used. Okay. The Shaggy Dog Story. The second episode. Sonic and his team tries to stop a robot from destroying Eggman's lair. Unfortunately, despite succeeding in defeating it, it succeeded its goal by the time they stop it. Also, in Brodown Showdown, Sonic and Knuckles go onto the titular game show to try and win a couch for Amy to replace the one they wrecked while they were house-sitting for her before she finds out about it. Not only do they end up failing to get the couch, a missile launched away in the fight during the climax ends up destroying Amy's couch right in front of her. Luckily, this was before she could see that they messed it up, so they get off free. It sucks for Amy, though. The Shaggy Dog Story is a lot of build-up, but then the ending reveals that all the build-up was meaningless. The classic example is a man who finds a shaggy dog, similar to one in a lost dog poster from a rich family, and bankrupts himself trying to return it to them in England for reward money. When he finally makes it there, he's told the dog wasn't that shaggy, and then the door is slammed in his face.
Well,
That was out of tune, I'm sorry.
Back with Donnie for the next few.
Yes.
so she's not my girlfriend then. In Brodown Showdown, when Eggman calls Amy as Sonic's girlfriend, Sonic denies it, but the game show indicates a wrong answer. Technically, it was because Sonic and Eggman's opinions were different, but the timing of it is still very suspect. Eggman, if you fight my robot, we'll be disqualified and you'll never win that couch for that whiny little girlfriend of yours.
She's not my girlfriend.
Ding!
The game show light indicates Sonic answer is wrong.
Shipper on deck. Sonic, Knuckles, Amy, Styx, and even Eggman help Tails in wooing Zoe.
Because it's cute.
Yeah. Ship tease. Regarding Amy's crush on Sonic, Sonic Boom heavily downplays it in comparison with the anime, but it's still obvious in episodes such as Can an Evil Genius Crash on Your Couch for a Few Days, and especially, Translate This.
That was like the second and third episode, so...
Oh god.
Big one.
I've got the next one.
And then there's a big one afterwards as well.
I've got the next one.
Okay.
Shout out. The painting Amy puts up on the wall of Eggman's lair in Fortress of Squalitude has drawn comparisons to a certain Hasbro cartoon, i.e. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Let's fly to the castle.
Let's fly to the castle. Clonk.
Chucks the toy.
Sonic wrap up, Sonic wrap up.
Oh god, don't stuck that song in my head. I love it. Don't.
The title of the episode is, of course, a reference to Superman's Fortress of Solitude. No points for guessing what movie inspired the title of Dude, Where's My Eggman?
Didn't I make note of that before?
Everybody made note of that.
Yeah, everyone made note of that.
That's why it says no points for guessing.
No points for guessing. Of course, it was actually the film Fortress.
Well.
Yeah. Well, it's a well-known one. When it looks like Cowbot is about to destroy man, Eggman screams, "It's game over, man! Game over!" Which, of course, is from...
Alien?
Correct. In Don't Judge Me, when Amy interrupts JudgeBot just as he's about to declare Sonic guilty, "That's not a gavel, this is a gavel!" She proceeds to pound her hammer against the floor. And that is a reference to...
They don't link to it, so I mean...
Oh, poor dog.
It reminds me of... Actually, no, because actually if I reverse the first term, it gets awkward.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's
Exactly.
a spoon. I see you've played Knifey Spoony before.
That is true. Yes, which was in its... Yes, that's a reference to... That's Futurama.
No, that's
What was it,
Simpsons, but I
Simpsons?
just quoted.
I can't remember. But the...
And
obviously that's a
beautifully, when I went
reference
over to my brother's recently, he had a spoon in the knife drawer, and all I could think of was...
Anyway, it's a reference to Crocodile Dundee. Let's Play Musical Friends is chock full of them, starting with this exchange. You thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, but what if the princess is in another castle? The same sequence also features a song that sounds remarkably similar to the original Green Hill Zone, Orbot and Cubot doing barrel rolls in Tails' plane, and Cubot opening a secret passageway by reciting the Konami code. In Dr. Eggman's tomato sauce, Tails mentions that he tested the tomato sauce for acidity, radioactivity, arsenic, old lace, and mind control serum. In It Wasn't Me, It Was the One-Armed Hedgehog, aside from the title itself, the scene when Knuckles offers to hunt Sonic is similar to Quint offering himself to hunt the shark, right down to the painful part.
Oh, I didn't even notice that reference.
Yeah, it was a Jaws reference.
Well,
The opening scene of No Robots Allowed, we told you there was lots in this one, has Styx taking Amy for a ride on the bicycle within a swirling indoor air current while saying, "I'll get you, my pretty," then spoofing the famous flying past the moon scene from E.T. down to the music, in brackets, well, close to it. Mind you, this is in the first span of 5 seconds. Fuzzy Puppy Buddies contains a reference to 2 well-known internet memes. First, Dave the intern says, "Don't taste me, bro," when being escorted from PuppyCon by a police officer. Then only seconds later, Knuckles says, "I guess his PuppyCon experience was rough," while putting on sunglasses during the beat, referencing the famous one-liners said before the opening credits in CSI Miami.
Show them their work. Which is my favourite argument towards the current designs. The bandaging on Sonic and Tails shoes, that's called spatting, a practice in which athletes wrap sports tape around their shoes and ankles for stability and to protect their feet and ankles from injury. You know, if they do it properly, which Sonic and Tails haven't, but close enough. Sonic's new scarf of ass kicking.
Remind me how Amy's dress requires that.
Sonic's new scarf of ass kicking, bandana, extra note, it's a snoot, actually has some practicality. Wind chill at the kind of speed Sonic achieves can be murder on one's neck. This is a big reason why airplane pilots during World War I wore scarves themselves, to protect their necks. It can also be pulled over his face to keep dust and bugs from flying into his mouth at high speeds. The bandages around Knuckles' arms and hands, boxing tape, serves the same purpose as spatting, only for his hands and wrists. Amy's hand wraps and Sadashi, too, are justified by the ginormous hammer that she carries.
In other words, they have those stuff on them for a reason. It's not just because lol, reboot of Sonic lol.
Or
Sim-
was it?
I don't know anymore.
I really do think that's justifications that the community's put onto it after the event in order to somehow justify it.
I don't know. Simple country lawyer. Knuckles portrays himself as one when acting as Sonic's defense in his trial. Although it says trail in this. This does not help him win over the jury. That was beautiful. Skewed priorities. When Eggman has switched bodies with Sonic in the Meteor, he keeps getting distracted by the gang's usual activities, to the point where he has to keep rescheduling destroying his arch enemies. So beautiful, it's a curse. In episode 43, after Knuckles is accused of partially being responsible for arson, he was showing off for a female that he believed was flirting with him, although he wasn't. He blurts out, "I can't help being attractive, it's a blessing and a curse." Spiritual successor. To the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, down to having a similar sitcom dynamic with Eggman. I don't know if it's similar?
We need more of Eggman being drawn
s-
as the sexiest fat man alive.
I would say
really.
that it was an evolution of the dynamic.
Yeah, because Sonic and Eggman and Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog they didn't have the sitcom role
Yeah.
quite yet. It was more like a Looney Tunes route in that.
It was very Bugs Bunny reference, right
Yeah.
down to the cross dressing.
Yes,
And Sonic
the
being
being
Bugs.
and the
Sexy
actually, you're right down to the hero gets distracted by a robotic girl version of him. Yeah.
Yeah, although it had a lot of goofiness and a lot of comedy in it, the comedy wasn't targeted towards a sitcom. It was more targeted towards Looney Tunes style, like slapstick.
Yeah.
That said, though, it is probably the closest show to the style that Sonic Boom has taken because it's just as wacky. But
It's wacky, it's fun, it's crazy, it's outrageous.
yeah, but yeah, out of all the shows that have aired before Sonic Boom, I'd say Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog is the closest one. Let's see. Spotlight Stealing Squad. Eggman has had the most focus out of any other cast member, even eclipsing Sonic himself. Not an episode goes by that doesn't feature him in some capacity, even when he has no role in the plot.
Unless there's those episodes that he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Which are very
there's
few.
Knuckles in
Such a
this.
fan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Steal the show, Knuckles. You can do it. It's Knuckles' time to shine. Anyway,
Let's see. Status quo is God. It's confirmed that the cartoon's world will be set back to the way it was at the start of each episode by the end of each episode. So, almost, yeah.
Stealth pun. In Dude, Where's My Eggman, Orbot and Cubot search for their lost master. By accident, they find a walrus instead.
good
Yep.
you.
I am the walrus.
Yes. Yes, dear.
Donnie, you can be anything you want to be.
It's okay.
We'll finish off the rest of the S's, guys, by the way, and then we'll end up having to do a part 3, I think.
Okay.
We're getting near the end, though.
Yeah, but
Story breaker power. Let's power through this. Robot Battle Royale has Tails create a robot that takes control of other robots. As Sonic points out, we completely render Eggman a non-threat, so it's naturally destroyed by a brick joke at the end of the episode.
Well, Straw Loser. The Lightning Bolt Society consists of incompetent antagonists throughout the series that even Eggman thinks are pathetic. Their main plans consist of rummaging through Eggman's trash for discarded weapons so that they can steal from fruit stalls. Eggman, you dolts. Stylistics suck. Dreamboat Express and their boy band music. The lyrics all make fun of how stale and overplayed that Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles find the genre. You should expect the expected and nothing more, because you've all heard the song and danced before. Brilliant.
Suspiciously specific denial coupled with blatant lies in Let's Play Musical Friends.
Just Cubot.
He stole your coffee mug.
Cubot!
That was Cubot, sorry. He stole your coffee mug, which I then found. And I'm not lying about right now. The mayor in New Year's Retribution, with an added dose of digging yourself deeper. Mr. Mayor, a word, says Comedy Chimp. The allegations that I used the town's money to buy myself a vacation island are totally untrue. I was going to ask if you to say a few words for the start of the New Year's Eve countdown. Oh, well, in that case, I just want to wish everyone a very happy New Year, and you're all welcome to come visit me on my private vacation island. I mean, if I ever get one, of course.
I just checked and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's only like roughly 15 left.
Yeah,
That's still 15.
Oh.
Let's watch a cartoon, guys. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, this is why I was saying let's get on with it.
Adventure Time? Adventure Time?
No.
Stop
It's
trying
not
to do
Adventure
jokes.
Time.
I was going to do Comedy Chimp impressions for the rest of the episode now.
I can
It's
only
not
imagine.
Adventure Time. We're not.
Zing!
We're not talking to a dog.
I can only imagine like how many.
We're not receiving unexpected heartbreak.
No, I mean like I can only imagine how many tropes are going to be added by the time we read this again.
Let's just pretend that none of them were.
It'll be fun.
But yes, that's it.
That's it for now.
That's it for now. We start again.
Watch a cartoon.
We will indeed, and for that we will need to end this show. Thank you very much for listening in. I hope you were entertained by our ramblings. And we will be back over on the Sonic Shows channel for the actual commentary of episode 49, Role Models. Pre-warning, we've all watched this already.
That's quite standard.
Pre-warning for the post-show.
Pre-warning for the post-show.
I
There
really
are
hate
occasions when we will not laugh at a joke. It's okay, guys.
Pre-warning though, I hate this episode. I really do. Anyway, please like, comment and subscribe because I hope you like this episode. And yeah, please leave your comments because we read them out and do things and we have a laugh and we answer your questions as well, if your comments, and say, hey, if you've got anything you want to say, do you know where Reed Harrison is as well? This is important. We've still not found him. There's still been no actual official word of this man. And guess who's written today's episode?
Reed Harrison.
Yeah. So, we'll see you then. Come back after the actual episode for the post-show video, which will also be found here on Last Minute Continue. But for now, from myself, from Donnie,
Meow.
and from Kat.
Meow.
Why can't you just say goodbye like normal people? Say goodbye.
Hello.
I give up. I give up. Join us in the post show where they might well have both been killed.